Alright guys, so we're back with another new challenge video. This time we're going to be tackling the skills section. And this one was a pleasant surprise for me. Didn't have to do anything out of my comfort zone. Didn't have to worry about leveling characters that don't have value. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. But as always, let's get into the key concepts. We are going to get to and control the Surfer on the first wave. We're then going to slow play it to make sure we're not using any big damaging or controlling cooldowns. We will immediately stop the scroll roll from being able to cleanse. We will blow up waves 2 and 3 with select cooldowns. And just remember, you don't need a 3-star this one. If you just get through it, that's good enough. Because this node is actually harder than the 5th node. At least the way it plays out. So don't stress too much about getting the 3-star so long as you get past it. And this is going to be our team, and I'm going to hide for the duration of the video going forward. But this is, fortunately, the current Doom 3 raid team as well. Yes, even Maria you use on the 2nd node, you just don't summon. Her heals and her deflex are amazing. So we still use her for all 3 nodes. But anyway, let's start from Captain Sam up there. We want everything but the basic, though the basic you can make an argument for. And we want him as a skirmisher. Him getting those counterattacks after he uses a special will get lots of vulnerables out for us. Maria, we just need the ultimate and the passive. But again, if you want to do the special and the basic, that's great for raids, so you're not going to regret that, and we want her as a healer. Sharon Carter, we want the special and the ultimate. The basic is, I believe, just damage, and the passive just gives her extra focus when she has deflex. Neither of those things are necessary for her kit, so I wouldn't worry about those. And we can have her as a striker. It does a lot of extra damage for us, which is great. Kestrel, we want all 4 of them done. It's just very impactful to her kit. And she's such an amazing character. She'll have life for quite a while, so you won't regret that. And you can use her as a striker, as a raider. Dealer's choice on that. Whatever you have done, you can make it work. Shang-Chi, we want everything but the basic. But again, the basic you can make an argument for because of the extra crit it gets. And he hits really hard, which is a lot of fun. And we want him as a raider. And now let's get into Node 4. Or difficulty 4, if you will. So right away you can see the opening wave here is not very scary. The only one who really does any kind of damage is the Surfer, and he has that ability block. Now if he puts the ability block on Kestrel, she'll shrug it off. If he tries to put the ability block on Captain Sam, he's likely to resist. If your team is weaker than mine, feel free to reset until you get that kind of RNG. I'm okay using Shang-Chi Ultimate on the opener here, just because I know it'll be up by the 3rd wave, so I kind of relegate that attack to being the 3rd wave big ultimate that I have. And for Captain Sam, I'll use his special, not his ultimate here. Again, because it's only a 3-turn cooldown, I know it'll be up on the last wave. So we start plugging away at this Surfer, but uh-oh, Kingpin is taking the hits. So let's go ahead and change the health balance on the enemies, making Surfer the lowest target, saving that Captain Sam ultimate, and there we go. So from now on, we're going to save all of our big cooldowns. You see, I'm not going to use this Shang-Chi ultimate, even though it's already up. I'm just going to kind of basic everybody down. Even the cleanse I don't really need. If I have a weaker team, maybe I'm going to need that to balance myself back up, so you can hold on to that. And I will mention now, my team is 1 million, but the first time I did this, my team was just over 900,000. I still didn't really struggle. I didn't lose at all. Maybe I didn't 3-star due to certain RNG moments. But because this is challenges, you have unlimited tries, so don't be afraid to reset and go back in. So once Squirrel Girl drops in, I'm going to control her right away with that ability block. She takes priority because her cleanse cleanses everybody, whereas Beasts only cleanse the Astonishing X-Men members. But we can go over and kill the Beast, stop his heals, because now Squirrel Girl, obviously with that 2-turn ability block from Sharon Carter, just not a threat. Offense down will suck, but we do still have Maria Ultimate if we needed it. But we don't, and this is kind of a function of my team being super big. If you needed to slow play this out a little bit, you'd be fine. The enemies don't do any kind of damage, especially once you get that Squirrel Girl Beast taken care of. This is the wave that actually has the potential to kill you, and this is why we wanted our Captain Sam to have his special back up to give defense up, and more importantly, speed. So now that we have the speed up, And we have the Shang-Chi, who's going to be going before the enemy. He's got enemies with just a bunch of buffs to hit into, and that's going to do a turn meter rewind, which lets me get even more turns. Now, I did one-shot that Coulson there, but as you see, Kestrel still would have hit the Coulson first, so I would have been fine. I wouldn't have had to worry about that Coulson killing me with his ultimate. And that ultimate can take a character from full life to dead very quickly. And I'm going to cancel out of this one because I've already 3-starred this, and I want to use my charges on the difficulty 5. Speaking of difficulty 5, here are the key concepts for this one. We're going to nuke the left side enemies. This just helps with the placement of the future waves that come in. We're going to use Kestrel and Sharon ultimates to bypass buffs. We're going to control or nuke Lady Deathstrike and Iceman. And again, we just don't want to die to Coulson. Coulson is kind of the mini-boss of this skill nodes. So we're using the exact same team, exact same setup, so I'm not going to go through that again. Yeah, I leveled all my characters who were level 85. They're all level 89 now, so that made a giant power difference. So yeah, again, we're going to eliminate the left side with Kestrel Special, and we don't have to hold on to as many cooldowns as we did last time. And mostly that's because this wave kind of just melts very quickly. Weak enemies like Pyro, Yondu, and Starlight T'Challa, they die very quickly. And because Shang-Chi's ultimate cannot be dodged, if Shang goes before Captain Sam, he can actually cause the second wave to come in before Captain Sam goes, which is pretty cool because then what happens is you get to ult into the next wave, which is great. Sharon Carter and Kestrel ultimates do have that 5,000% focus, so even though Juggernaut has, I think, 3,000% resist to stuns, 5,000 is a bigger number, so he does get the stun. And then again, we're going to use the Kestrel to take the buffs off of Ebony Maw, because the Striker actually pretty much almost kills him. And here we go. And now, just the one thing we don't want is for Coulson to get his ultimate off, so I'm going to make sure Lady Deathstrike cannot turn me to rewind me, and then I want to make sure Iceman can't use his ultimate on me. Now, I did get a couple clutch rewinds from my Maria Hill summons against the Iceman, so if you need to reset to keep getting those slows from your summons, that could be a way to help beat this node a little bit easier with a weaker team. And then after that, we're going to take out the Shield Medic and the Coulson. Shield Medic actually already used her heals, so she's not going to res him back anyway, but we'll go for Coulson nonetheless. And there you go. So yes, this team is the current go-to team for Doom 3 from 3.0 to 3.4 in its current state. Though I would not be surprised if there is a skill horseman around the corner. So just be careful with that. Alright guys, and I'm back. If you like that video, please like, share, and subscribe. We're going to have the tech one coming out for tomorrow to line up with those tech ones, and I'll try and get that out before the middle of the day like it is today. But as always, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.